you very much. All right, everybody, good morning. Welcome to boot camp. Thank you all for being here. Give each other a round of applause for being here. Wonderful to see you. Thank you. All right, there we go. Let's go. All right, so look, we have 10 to 4 today, 10 to 4 tomorrow. Today, we're going to start out with the admin that you need to be able to convert quickly. The whole objective of these 2 days is that you can accept leads, convert those leads, and put things in escrow in your first 30 days. That's the objective. So some of it is going to be a little dry and tedious, but we have to get through it. I'm going to give you some introductions to who people are. Then we're going to go into your open email when you join the team as a referral partner, and what's in that open email, and what you need to go through. Then we're going to go through a checklist. So we've got your tech stack and everything ready to go. Once we've done that, we're going to move further into the operational system, how the whole operation works. And as we go through that, we'll close out the day-to-day, the last 2 hours of the day, on Bob and Reveal, which are the two pieces that everybody we meet around the country wants to know about: how Bob and how Reveal works and how you make money with Bob and Reveal. Tomorrow is going to be focused primarily on sales systems. We're not going to have you walk on hot coals. We're going to go through sales systems. What specifically works when you approach and handle online connections? And I want to make it really clear to everybody. I've done this a long, long time, 34 years. What we've learned the last 3 years is completely different to what I learned the last 32 years. So the very best thing that you can do is listen, drop what you have learned, and incorporate it later, rather than challenge. This is the system. This is the system that's earned us the ability to receive nearly 1,000 connections from Zillow a month. This is the system that they trust. So this is the system that we operate. So we want to welcome you to it. So first of all, I'd like to just draw to your attention, my wife and I founded this. I first started building real estate systems back in 1990, so been at it a while. This is the highest tech version of what we've done, to be sure. Here's your support team. Kathy Rainier is our director of sales. Lainey Allison is our director of operations. Jessica is our director of transaction operations. So her responsibility is every escrow that comes in, she is accountable to Zillow for those escrows. What's the status? Are they closing early? Are they closing late? So people always ask us, can I use my TC? Jessica's not a TC. She's director of transaction operations. And all of those documents, we allow Zillow to have access to those documents so that they check exactly the status. I'm terribly sorry to say it. If you're one of those agents who closes 3 or 4 deals a year, you have to use your own TC. You can use them on your own personal deals. It is not going to work with Zillow's deals. They just flat won't allow it. So, and all of this has a positive intention. The positive intention is that we're constantly providing metrics for Zillow that Zillow trusts. That's what this is about. Jenny Semeny heads up our ICA department. She's our lead ICA. I would strongly encourage you not to call her, because she is constantly making live connections with her staff that get passed on to you. However, as time goes by, you'll have more communication with her. You'll build a relationship with her so that she can keep your calendar full. And then Lauren is our Zillow tech coordinator. She's been with us about 15 years in a couple of companies that we've started and does an absolutely fabulous job. She will actually help you with some of the tech that you're going to see in your open email. I'd like to talk to you about a week with the Warburton team and how that looks. We expect team members who join us to spend time every day on the phone making outbound calls, because if you don't, we're going to drown you. And what will not work is that you approach this as the next lead will be a good lead, the next lead will be a good lead, the next lead will be a good lead. The next lead is going to be pretty much the same as your last one. You're just going to reach a tolerance of pain point where you realize, this next lead, I need to really work it, and I didn't work the first 5. So there is nurture in this. You need to understand that when we say spending time making outbound calls, about 43% of what we close every month is at least 60 days old. So in other words, the lead came in, we showed them property, showed them another property, bam, found them. They fell off for a while. They re-engaged with Zillow. We re-engaged with them. We set up another appointment. We set up another bam, fam. So much of the time, the connection that goes into escrow is at least 60 days old. In some cases, it's a year or more old. So we don't see leads as new and old. We don't see leads as good and bad. We see them as people who are ready or are not. And our job is to stay in contact with them until the readiness point coincides with us. So you can get what are called LODs Monday and Tuesday from 12 to 2. That means you can get lists of between 30 and 50 people, name, number, email address, and you can call those people and we will give you the scripts how to call them. These are people we have been live connected with and we have lost that connection. So if you want to be aggressive about your business, and immediately start contacting people and filling up your book of business, then request LODs Monday and Tuesday, and you'll receive all the email addresses and so on. The second part of our week is Reveal and Bob every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Part of the reason Zillow trusts us is that we have an accountability and awareness call at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. I'm going to talk about that this afternoon for about an hour and a half. It is integral to what we do, and it's the way you can manage your business to create what we call a lateral book of business rather than a vertical book of business. If you want Zillow connections, it is mandatory to be on that Reveal, and Reveal is where we go over Bob, which is your book of business, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Every Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon, I personally do a Zillow Best Practices coaching, which is an online presentation. All of this is on Zoom on what the best practices are. We go into a lot of tech. I actually jump on my cell phone and demonstrate the tech on my cell phone. Still, we have a lot of agents who say, hey, I'm going to update later when I get back to my computer. Unfortunately, I just won't cut it. You have got to be familiar with tapping on your cell phone, updating your cell phone, because the admin will start to bury you. The tasks are not that difficult. What's difficult is if you delay them, because it creates a series of complexities and delays. So Zillow Best Practices is Tuesday at 2. Our team training event is every Wednesday at 9:30. That is a 2-hour event. We do not allow outside vendors to come in to push this program and that program. This is specifically geared towards what's the latest and greatest, what's the newest tech, what do we need to do next to convert more of these leads that are assigned to us. By the way, everybody in the room needs to understand we're assigned approximately $750,000 to $1 million worth of connections a month, live connections. So if we bought these connections under what's called MVP pricing with Zillow, the connections that we receive now would cost us roughly $750,000 a month. So Zillow is just saying, look, we're going to entrust you with this investment of our assets. How serious are you? Who are the serious agents? Who are the agents that are training? Who are the agents that are doing the work? Let's give them more. That's what this whole thing is about, okay? Every Thursday at 11 o'clock, we do what's called a specialized training. This happens at least 3 out of 4 Thursdays a month. And here we go into the types of clients and situations that you'll encounter. Probate, bankruptcy, investors, foreclosures, multiple strategies of how to convert. It's specifically oriented to the types of clients you're going to get. Now, look, somebody brought up the other day USDA. Well, out of the 458 homes that we sold last year, we sold 2 USDA. So we're going to spend 1 out of 4 trainings a month on USDA? Probably not, because your probability is extremely low. We'll do ancillary trainings on that, but the specialized trainings are for what you are most likely to encounter. And then the 3rd Thursday and Friday of every month, we do lead conversion boot camp. Everything that you hear today will be on our YouTube training channel, and you can listen back to it on the YouTube training